Everyone, it's time for us to talk about some really cool iPhone applications you should definitely download in the month of February. Now, these can pretty much be translated over to any single month, so it doesn't matter. But I've been kind of taking my time to actually see some newer applications and some older ones that I used to use. So here are some newer ones I didn't, add in my original video. Now, first of all, here's the whole folder, so you can see all the applications I'm going to talk about. And the first one is Wordle. Now, this is random, I know, and it's not really an application, but you can, save it as a bookmark. And all these will be linked down below, so you can go ahead and, get them from there. But this is the really cool application that just got bought by New York Times. And here's the thing about this app. It's an application that you download via your Safari browser. And this is a, game or app, whatever you want to call it, that is taking the world by storm. And it's super popular right now. I think it probably will lose hype. But essentially here are the instructions. A lot of people are sharing their scores and it's super popular. And essentially you try to guess, what the word is with however many tries. So if I were to type in whatever this is, it probably wouldn't let me type this in, but you can keep trying and try to guess what the word is. So this is Wordle. If you guys aren't familiar, I'd recommend looking into it because it's a very popular game. Now, another application that I've kind of started talking about recently is CapCut. Now, a lot of these are actually, a lot of like TikTok video editor type of software. And this is a video editor software created by the same people who made TikTok, which is very interesting. And this is not sponsored, by the way. This could be a trash app. But so far what I've used with it, it seems pretty decent. So what you can do is you can create new projects, and it's very similar to something like, iMovie or something. And what you can do is you can bring in your videos just like this. You can click add. And if you're somebody who likes actually editing your videos and editing your, videos together and things like that, there are lots of different transitions and different things like that you can use within this application. And the really cool thing is it's actually quite functional. There's a lot of different cool features within this where you can actually edit videos and YouTube videos and stuff within it. I like iMovie. iMovie was one of my favorite apps to use. Unfortunately, that doesn't really have crazy amounts of features. With something like CapCut, this actually has a lot of features built in where I'm actually super surprised about. And it looks like all these features are free for the most part too, which is really cool. It makes me think that people are trying to use things like, like TikTok or something, because you can export it straight to TikTok. You can also change the resolution here up to 4K. You can also export it and share this out. And you can pretty much go from there. You can share it straight to TikTok. This is another cool application to look into. If you're not familiar with editing videos, then it probably doesn't matter. But this is a really cool app that I actually do like a lot. Now, another application I want to hit on is actually kind of the same thing. It's Clips. Now, this is another application. It's actually created by Apple, and you can download it. It should be already pre-installed with your phone, but this is kind of like TikTok, Apple's way of making TikToks, or people make TikToks on their iPhone. And essentially, you can go and hold down here. You can make a video just like this. You can go and stop it if you want to, and it'll go ahead and record that as that video right here. But you can also go ahead and just keep recording. So you can click here, and it'll keep recording to that. And you can see I've just created this slight video. So if I click here, you can see there's two different clips, and that's kind of like their whole thing. I can export these two clips out. I can hold it down. I can go and edit it up, and I can go and move this clip ahead of this one. I can go ahead and delete this clip if I want to as well. So there's even more capability here than you would ever think. And this actually has a lot more features built in than even like the stock camera app, which is crazy. So I'm hoping Apple can go ahead and implement some of these features into the stock camera app. But there's a lot of different features here I'd recommend looking into. You can ultimately download this and save it to your photo gallery as well. So if you're somebody who wants to make Snapchats or like TikTok videos or Instagram videos and you don't want to use that UI, well, you can use Clips instead. And this is another really cool way of going about it. Now, another application I really want to hit on is Snapseed. Now, this is a photo editor app. It's developed by Google, and the actual last 3 apps here are developed by Google. And this is a super awesome photo editing application, and I think it's probably one of the best ones. So if I go and click here and I bring in this photo that I just made the other day, I didn't make it, I just found it online. You can go and click on the tools option, and there are so many tools here that you can actually go ahead and edit your photo with. And it's crazy because it's so much capability within one specific little page. So as you can see, there's a ton of little options here, and they're all free as well. You can also export this photo in tons of different formats if you want to. And this is a really cool application. If you're somebody who's into photo editing or video editing, well, this is one of those apps that you probably want to get used to because it has a ton of capability within it for sure. Now, another application that has a ton of capability is Google Translate. Now, some of you may already know this one. I love Google Translate a lot. I don't use it on this phone. I use it on my personal device. But I love the capability of just quickly being able to translate certain things into different languages. and this is an application built off that. I'm sure most of you know what Google Translate is, but it is one of my favorite apps too, and I would recommend downloading it in 2022, at least in February, whatever. Now, finally, we have Gboard. I'm actually starting to like Gboard a lot more now recently. I feel like they've gotten a lot of updates, and pretty much what Gboard is that it is a keyboard application developed by Google. So what you can do is you can actually go ahead and turn this. So what you can do is you can actually go ahead and actually have Gboard as your main keyboard just by clicking here, and it actually has a lot more capability than you would think. I used to use Gboard all the time, but it was kind of weird, and now I actually like Gboard a lot. So what you can do is you can go ahead and use the keyboard as you normally would. I like the colors of Gboard a little bit more. You can also go ahead and change up. You can also go ahead and actually change the theme of Gboard as well. There's a lot more customizability options here. You have the standard swipe option too, which is really nice. But you can also go ahead and click on the Gboard Google icon here, and you can actually search within Google, which is so cool. So that's another option you have. It's like almost like a built-in browser within Gboard, and that's really awesome. You can always change back to another keyboard as well if you want to, but in my opinion, this is an awesome keyboard. And like I mentioned, this is probably one of those keyboards that I'm probably going to have to start recommending because it has that much capability. You can also go ahead and make your way over to the Gboard application, wherever that is. So I just had it right here. So you can go and click here, open up Gboard like this, and there's a lot of customizability you can add within this specific setting as well. So you have languages, you have keyboard settings. If I go and make my way over to keyboard settings, you can see there's a lot of different options. You can enable or disable glide typing, which is like the swipe keyboard, voice input, autocorrection. But another cool thing is the themes. So if we go and click on themes right here, you can see you can change it from the light theme or the dark theme. One thing that I didn't really like about stock iOS sometimes is that you have to either change your whole UI to dark theme or light theme. Same thing with macOS. I kind of like having, some elements light theme and some elements dark theme. The keyboard is one thing I would love to have dark, so you can go ahead and change it dark like this, and you will see that the keyboard does change to a dark keyboard, and I love that so much. That is one of my favorite things about this keyboard. Going back to it, you can also download a bunch of different options here. You can download a bunch of backgrounds. So if I go and click on this, if I go and go back, you can see it will change to something like that. And I actually do like that a lot. I think it's really cool. It's really neat. And I'm probably going to start using Gboard as my main keyboard from now on, just because it has that much more capability and it's so cool. So there's a lot of capability here, and you can also learn more. You can get feedback, back as well. But this is one of my favorite applications as well. Now, finally, that was my last app, but obviously apps like TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, those are applications that I think are always going to be good no matter what. In my opinion, those are the applications that I use on an everyday basis. And, no matter what month it is, no matter what year it is, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok are those applications that I use on an everyday basis. And those are apps that I would also probably recommend you to also check out. So ultimately, that pretty much covers it up for the most part. Again, all the applications will be linked down below, so you can download them from there if you want to. It's up to you. You can also search for them on the App Store. Another thing, if you have any recommendations of any applications that we should check out, let me know in the comment section below so I can go ahead and talk about them in the next month's video. You also, if there's any Android apps or anything, let me know in the comment section too, so I can go and make that Android application video as well. So that pretty much covers it. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that too, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.